right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ITTF's Zenno 2014 World Team Table Tennis Championships here in Tokyo, Japan, live from Yoyogi National Gymnasium. I'm Adam Vavro, and with me is Gavin Rumgay, the Scottish lead player. How you doing, Gavin?
I'm very well, thanks, Adam. Lovely evening session for us tonight. Thousands and thousands of people here tonight in the crowd, and it's going to be an interesting matchup for the two teams.
This is arguably the match, the highlight match of the entire tournament. Germany versus Japan. The crowd obviously pulling strongly for Japan. The seats, even the nosebleeds in the far corner of the gymnasium, are taken. Everywhere you look, outside there were long lines, crowds and crowds of people, fans getting signatures every which way they can. And Japan, the number 3 seed overall, playing against Germany, the number 2 seed. This could be a toss-up. Very exciting, close match. And you saw the lineup here. Japan's got some outstanding players even on their bench. And we learned a bit about Germany's lineup. 2 of the top non-Chinese players in the world top 10. Timo Boll's going to be starting off against who we see on screen right now, Koki Niwa. Koki Niwa, small in stature but not in power, just incredible power from both sides of the table. We'll be able to see him right after the squat from the start of the service receive where he gets real low. He stands up straight and appears like he's just standing there until he hits the ball. Unbelievable power from this guy. And you had mentioned, Gavin, that he's got a low center of gravity, so it's very well balanced, and his stance works very well for his game. Rachel Ramos, who just shook the hand of Koki Niwa and Timo Boll, is the first female international umpire from the Philippines and doing a great job of representing them. Very friendly and excellent at her job. You will not see her getting involved where she doesn't have to. And you've heard a little bit about Koki Niwa. Koki's young. He's only 19 years old, and he's world ranked at number 16 right now. But his opponent, Timo Boll, needs no introduction, but will do it anyway. Timo Boll is the only non-Chinese player to have been number 1 in the world in the past 10 years, and he's done it 3 times since halfway through 2003, right after Werner Schlager won the World Championships. Timo Boll recently lost his spot as the top player in Germany to Dmitry Ovtcharov. You can see he's 33 years old and has been doing everything possible to stay physically sharp, to keep up with the Chinese and the world-class players close to the table. As a lefty, you can see that he's got not only a nice compact stroke, but he'll be able to play the angles and even hit hooking backhands. Looking at some of his credentials on screen right now, in the Olympics, made it to the round of 16. Just a little bit of an underperformance from Timo Boll, as he's expected to make it all the way to the bronze medal match. This should be a very interesting style matchup here. Both players lefties. Koki, it's just, when people watch this match, if you haven't seen him play before, he's fascinating to watch. He almost plays like he doesn't care, but he still makes everything. He can fish, he can play defense from really far from the table, and the power, the spin shots, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a lot of crowd-pleasing points here.
And I think what's important as well is that in the Japanese team, there is someone that can now back up Jun Mizutani in the number 1 position. Team match, you need to get to 3 games. All about the team.
We learned a few interesting things about the German lineup. The number 3 spot will be played by Patrick Franziska, which is an interesting story. The team has 2 top players, Dmitry Ovtcharov and Timo Boll, who would play either the 1st or 2nd spot, and then 3 players who could have played the 3rd spot. We'll get into that a little bit later because this match is about to be underway. Gavin, I know I'm not alone in this, but I'm very excited for this series.
You can just feel the anticipation in here.
Can definitely expect a lot of thunderous applause and thundersticks clapping. And it's began. So Koki Niwa was going to start us off with the first serve in game 1. Trying to play the short side of the table on the backhand. Overdoes it a little bit. would say he was standing up too straight, but that's his style. And the counter-looping rallies have already begun. Both players not too far from the table, but both very comfortable when they do get far from the table. We've seen lobbing from both of these players in really intense points. Nice soft touch by Kokiniwa. Ball barely coming off the table. Timo not able to brush the back of it successfully.
And straight away, we see Timo Boll peppering the short forehand of Kokiniwa.
Very nice close to the table block and redirection. Patient play by Timo Boll, not trying to overhit anything. And in a best-of-5 match, there's definitely a sort of a short sprint. So you do see some players coming out hitting as hard as they can right away. But Timo's smart. He's playing an efficient game right now.
Left. 2, 3.
After several right off the bounce counters from Timo Boll on the forehand side, the third one's too much pressure. He tries to turn up the heat just a little bit. More of a risky shot, but he's been known to make them. As far as nerves go, you might think Timo's playing against the home court advantage. Must be tough on him, but he's been here so many more times than Kokiniwa. Koki, the much younger player, could feel a lot of pressure from all the cheering. Excellent counter. Kokiniwa staying placed right in the center of the table. After Timo sacrifices position to step around that forehand, has to chase the wide forehand follow-up.
And once again, Timo Boll opting for the little short serve, taking a little touch of spin off, going for placement, spinning the ball up nicely into the forehand half.
After a receive like that from Timo Boll, it's amazing that Kokiniwa was able to stay in that point, gain such control. Timo right off the bounce, excellent touch, but Kokiniwa's power on that forehand was just too fast. Going for the ambitious shot down the forehand line. Nice setup with the long push into the backhand of Koki, earning himself the next long ball to attack. Short side of the table, a little bit tougher. And now Timo's only trailing by one, just like you said, Gavin, with that setup serve and then the opening spinny backhand.
Both players already looking to play into each other's wide forehands.
Completely fools Kokiniwa with that serve. You could see Niwa making the break over to the forehand side to step around with the Chinese-style banana flip to start the point, and then he has to recover. Ball was behind him. Very tough way to receive a ball. Great, quick decision by Timo Boll.
Guys at this level, they keep their serves exactly the same until the moment of impact.
Again, the step-around power of Kokiniwa's forehand. Timo Boll not willing to sacrifice his position at the table. He knows the importance of staying close to get the block back quickly. Once he goes on defense, even though he's solid, it's not a winning battle for him. Clever idea. He saw Niwa make the corner turn. The forehand side was open, but the service received just long. And now Timo Boll is trailing by 2, 6-8 in game 1.
I'll tell you what, this is an encouraging start for the home crowd, the home team.
Very encouraging indeed. If Kokiniwa can take this first game, he's still the underdog in this match. And overall, Japan is the underdog versus Germany. This would be a huge start, especially with the third spot coming up. The matchup has never been played before. Nice recovery attempt there. Koki Niwa leaving the ball a little high near the table. The smash just out of his reach. Timo still trailing by 2. Heavy topspin off the forehand there. Timo Boll right into the body. You could see Niwa backing up. He knew he left the ball a little bit high off the receive. And what a point by Timo Boll. Outstanding effort as he backs off several spinny counter loops, one from under the table to put him in a great position. There was an edge ball in that point. And now it is 9-all. Boll has climbed back the last 3 points in a row to tie it up. Game 1 is a nail-biter. Beautiful serve, short, reverse pendulum with topspin. Very tough ball to receive. Koki trying to play it short, popped it up, and now it's game point and the serve for Timo Boll. Nice change of pace from Koki Niwa. After a tough serve, we saw it again, topspin on the reverse pendulum, but wide to the backhand. Niwa staying very calm. Now has the serve at deuce in game 1. He got away with rounding the corner again. Boll saw him turn, and the last few times has not been able to put it down the forehand line successfully. It's the right idea, but it has not landed. And now Boll is fighting a game point.
You just have a fraction of a second to make that decision. Try and read the spin in the service.
What a rally, beautiful change of placement by Timo Boll. Big kicking shot to the middle of the table, and you see Koki Niwa trying to get out of the way of the shot. There it is, that's the one. So much topspin on that ball, and that's one thing that Timo Boll's been known for, that little extra bit of spin to keep him world-class competitive. 11-all. Soft shot, looked spinny, not much on it. Boll misjudging that, misreading the spin, and now Koki Niwa has game point again. Just barely missing the edge of the table. Timo Boll making the round now. Stepped around, leaving the forehand open. Some high-risk play from both players. Time for a towel break.
And you notice there, that's the second time he's successfully employed that serve, the little long reverse serve, fooling Niwa into the long backhand.
Strong play, Niwa keeping Boll guessing. You can see his feet were not comfortable, not set. Excellent positioning. Another game point. Boll to serve. Koki Niwa up 13-12. Outstanding gutsy shot by Timo Boll. Right in at the body, he turns, hugging it, twisting his waist and pulling it wide to the forehand, knowing that if it comes back, there's no answer. Gavin, this game is a marathon and it's only game 1.
Did well to open out again against the no-spin service. Gutsy play by the German number 2. Gives himself a chance.
could see him all the way out on the forehand side with the backhand to get that extra speed and spin on that flip. The elephant, Gavin.
Oh, we'll get into that later.
Nice placement. Timo Boll keeping Niwa pinned on the backhand corner, staying patient. Niwa steps around and then has to break back to the forehand to cover it, and then gets caught up in his own tracks. Now fighting against game point.
And ironically, the service that had worked miracles for Timo Boll early in the set worked against them this time. After 30 points, we're still even.
It's a very nice deep serve. Got a good bounce long. Jammed Niwa a little bit. This is many third ball opportunities that Timo Boll has earned and not been able to capitalize on. Crowd chanting, Ko-ki, Ko-ki. Nice patience, tries to spin the ball up just a little bit long. And another game point for Timo Boll at 16-15. We've seen the reverse pendulum time and time again. Last one was deep. Some topspin, some backspin. Great variation. Not sure what we're going to get here from Boll. And what a response. The first time he's seen that, the pendulum serve short to the forehand, light underspin, and right up, lifting the ball, blasting it to the forehand side. That is a difficult forehand opener for Niwa. Again, tying it up, 16 all. Beautiful speed, staying on the backhand, waiting patiently, shot after shot. Niwa with another game point.
Both players eager to open out early.
Japan over Timo Boll of Germany, 1-0. Next game coming up in 1 minute. So Koki Niwa takes the first game for a bit of an upset and a great start for the Japanese team. We saw a lot of short play, Gavin. As far as strategy goes, there were not too many counter loop rallies until the very end of that game. Timo Boll's backhand should come into play a little bit more here in game two. Nice spinny backhand there. Short side of the table, you can see him stepping around, getting ready to pounce on it with the forehand. Nice flat hit right off the bounce, stepping in. Trajectory a little bit higher on that spinny ball by Niwa. Timo Boll showing his experience on this shot. Right at the table. A little bit of a slower flip. You could see Niwa wanted it on the forehand side. So even though it wasn't the fastest flip, the placement was just perfect.
Both players eager to change the tempo, change the speed.
Nice dig, heavy push from Boll. Keeps it near the net. First 4 points. Got his opponent's serves just now. Strong start. And that is now standing receive. We saw Niwa do it time after time in deuce game of game 1. Look at how much power he gets with such little motion on that wrist and the backhand side.
Left.